and a good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope today, hope you're feeling grand and all's well in your world. Hello there, everybody. Today's vid, everybody, is all about my backing tracks. I get a lot of questions like saying, like, where do I get my backing tracks from? And simply put, I make them with basically what you see in front of you here. And basically everything comes through the amp. I don't use kind of like, any kind of software overlay or anything like that. It's literally what you hear. The backing track comes through the same amp I solo over it in. And it's just done with loopers, basically, and drum machines. I used to use and I still do use, actually, to be honest with you, the Ditto Looper, the TC Electronics Ditto Looper X2, and I still love that pedal to bits. And for drums, I used to get my drums from the Zoom G2.1U, which I still do every now and again, and I still really love the drums in the G2, because they're really lo-fi, and I just like it. But since the Boss RC10R came into my life, I just found myself using this way more, because I just love the more options of beat and drum beat in there, and also kind of like they're a bit more dynamic than the Zoom ones. The Zoom ones are still amazing. I love them to bits, and I'll never not use them every now and again. But I just love the options and the dynamicness and the way these feel. So basically what I thought I'd do today in today's vid, people of Tube, is basically just show you how I do a backing track, and then basically at the end of it I'll play over it in the way I don't normally do for intros, or if I'm demoing a guitar. So, like I say, I'm not going to talk about my pedals. That's for tomorrow. Tomorrow's vid, I'm going to go into depth on my pedals and show you my pedals. I'm not going to do that today. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So today it's literally just all about backing tracks, because like I say, a lot of people say, where do you get your backing tracks from? Like I say, I make them. I'm going to show you how I do that. So, the first things first, invariably I'll have like a chord progression in mind, and today's chord progression is this. So, nice and simple, not a lot kind of like, going on there. And I like that more. I like to keep things simple. I don't like to complicate things, because if things start changing and things get too much, it tends to kind of like interrupt the melodies that I can get in my head. So I like to keep chords fairly simple. I also like loads of reverb, people of the tube. That is key to a lot of my backing tracks, is loads of reverb. And because we're on the XY room mic right now, you might hear it sounds really drastic. But once you hear it on the DI or mic, depending on which amp I'm using, it doesn't sound as drastic as that. It doesn't sound as dramatic. We're going through the Orange Super Crush as well today, people of the tube. So that's the chord progression I'm going to use. And then what I'll do is I want a beat, So we then go to the Boss RC10. I kind of know what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to go to the user beat on the RC10 and put it about 100 BPM, which should give me something. It should give me the right tempo for what I want. No, you see, it's too fast. So, 70, 75. Let's give that a go. Oh, I'm in the wrong key. What a fool. Too slow. I'm going to knock it up to 80 BPM. Perfect. So there we go. So that's the beat. That's the chord progression. Now what I then tend to do is I tend to go for something overlaid. So we'll go for the Mel pedal, which again I'll talk about this more tomorrow. I'm not going to go create a great deal of it, but so just something like that. Nice and easy. And then what I'll do is I'll kick the RC10 into sync mode so I can record the backing track. And that's it. That is literally it, people of the tube. It's very simple, not much to it. And then basically go for it. that's it. And then I'll basically just like play over the top of it. So. That's it. It is literally as simple as that. I don't do anything else, and then basically it's just like, you know, a line out into the Zoom Q8 camera, and you'll either hear it through a DI, which you'll be hearing today from the Orange, or an SM57, and that's it. There's no, like I said, no anything else into it really. Obviously, well, I'm not going to talk about pedals today, but pedal-wise, it's just whatever I feel like doing. It's not, there's no real heavy thought process put into any of this. It's just a case of what feels right at that point in time, do it, get it recorded, capture that point in time, that moment in time, and just get it down more than anything. So that's it. That's how I create my backing tracks. That's basically, it's simple as that. And like I said, I like to keep things simple. Because, well, A, I'm stupid, but B, well, mainly because I like melody. I like to be able to express and like really emote through the guitar. And I find that really hard if a backing track's convoluted or shifting keys. I don't mind shifting keys sometimes, but if I can stick to one key, then I find it a lot more easy to kind of get just drowned in it. You know, I can get lost in it, and then I just find it easy to emote. So I tend to keep things very, very simple. And then pedal-wise, from once I've got the backing track, it's just free reign. And again, I'll talk about my pedal board in depth tomorrow's vid, people of YouTube. But for now, that's it. It's very simple. There's no nothing else to really say, really. That is literally it. Yeah, so, oh yeah, another thing is, again, once I've got the backing track, another thing I do check is the levels on the Boss. So making sure, like, you know, you can hear the drums and you can hear the rhythm track over the drums, and then you can hear the lead guitar tone over top. So, invariably... See, that sounds good to me. Like, you can hear the rhythm track, you can hear the drums as well, and then if I solo over it, you know, it works. So, you know, and that's it. That is literally it. Nothing else to it, really. Like I say, pedal-wise will probably change depending on what it is. Sometimes I like to tap tempo a delay in. I have a delay, well, I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about it now. But sometimes I like to tap tempo delays. Sometimes I love more reverb. I don't think I need more reverb today, do you? I don't think so. I've got reverb on 2 o'clock at this point in time. And I normally have it between 2 and 3 o'clock on the amp, regardless of the amp as well. I normally have it kind of cranked right up there. Anyway, PeopleTube, yeah, that's it. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to play you out now. Thank you very, 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 very much for watching this vid. I will see you again for another vid tomorrow where I'm going to go through this pedal board and talk about it a bit more in depth and kind of what I use things for and how things are set up and what does what, basically. Because a lot of people have asked about this board, and also people have asked about what board I used for the Super Reverb jam when I did it outside, and this is all I used for that. So I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow. But until then, thank you very much indeed for watching. If you like the channel or you like what I do here, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. One day you might get that right. Link for that is in the description box below. Other than that, yeah. Oh, by the way, everybody, none of this is running for an effects loop. I don't use effects loops. This is all front end. This is just literally amp comes in there, guitar goes in there, and that's your lot. There's no effects loops here. It's all front end of the amp. So other than that, yeah, I'll talk more about pedal board tomorrow. But yeah, hope you enjoy this, and I hope you enjoy the outro jam. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great morning, afternoon, good evening. Goodbye now. Thank you much indeed for watching. Bye.